Today we're going to talk about my bag and how I am currently trying to build my bag with ThoughtSpace and Infinite. It's been stressful to kind of find discs that I want to have in my bag and practice for tour, but I do have some thoughts that I wanted to share. I have some molds that I wanted to have in my bag, and since Bradley's throwing Innova, I kind of have some molds from Innova that I either want to keep or find with ThoughtSpace and Infinite. So I'm just gonna start with putters because I know you guys asked what putters I'm using and if I'm gonna keep PA3, but I'm currently putting with Ultra, so I'm just gonna keep these for now. And I didn't really have a lot of options for throwing putters. I'm throwing Praxis for now, so that's not like super interesting. I do have a pig though, because it's kind of cute to have Bradley's disc in my bag, so I'm gonna keep that one. So that's not an issue either. But for my fairways and I guess drivers, I have like a few molds from both ThoughtSpace and Infinite I'm for sure gonna keep. So we have my signature disc, which got approved a few days ago, and we've called it Nuance, and it's going to be a flippy fairway. So that's kind of a leopard type disc, so I'm definitely keeping that one for sure. And then I'm trying to find T-Bird. So what we're going to do is we're going to test my two T-Birds that I got from Bradley and test them with my Votems. So we're gonna try them out, see how they fly, and see which one I kind of lean towards. I think this one is a bit more understable, so we'll see if that's better for me or not, but we're gonna test them and see. And then this one is like a Thunderbird. So I wanted a Thunderbird, and this is basically it. I'll test it with a Thunderbird and see how they compare. And then I have Wraith. So Wraith is a disc I want to find, and we're gonna test it. Let's see. We're gonna test it and compare it with Animus. I did try a few Animus, and I thought they were a bit too overstable for me. I've heard Matt Bell's Animus is flippier, so I'm gonna test them. This is like a slightly beaten Wraith, so I guess it's not fair to compare them, but this disc flies well for me, so I'm gonna compare them and see which one I want to have in my bag. And then we have Maya, which is like a great distance driver for me. That's not really an option. I don't really have any discs to compare it with, so I just think this one's gonna stay in my bag. And then I have Emperor, which I rarely use right now. And then I have Pharaoh, which is like a Shrike. So I do have a Shrike, so I'm gonna test them and see how this one's flying. And then this was like the part of the T-Bird Votem. And then for mids, it's basically not a question. I'm throwing Pathfinders like no question about that. And then I'm throwing mono. And right now I still have my D2 Air from Prodigy, which is like beat in. So that's just there to kind of just save me if I need a super flippy disc that glides. So I just have that for now. And I also have this one. This is a Vortum, so I'm going to test it and compare it with T-Bird and see how it flies. Then I have these constructs, which I feel like I want to compare it to FX2, which I really need. So I'm going to see how they fly and if I can use them as my FX2. And I'm debating which pig I'm going to have in my bag, because this is Bradley's new Halo Nexus pig, which is really nice. So I'm gonna try both and see which one I want to have in my bag. So I'm gonna go to a field right now and compare some discs and try and build my bag before we play at Olympus this weekend. I'm also going to make in my bag video this week. So today I'm kind of like testing out, seeing what discs I want to keep in my bag, so I kind of have it all figured out. So let's go to the field and test some discs. So I have 2 beat-in T-Birds, and then I have some different types of Votums. I have first run, which is a bit more overstable, I think. So I'll start with the T-Birds. Okay, so that still has a fade to it, even though it's beat-in. That one too. Okay, I'll try the most understable one first. James Proctor Votum. Oh, that was a bad shot for me. That sucks. I can't have bad shots. So they are way more understable. That's the James Proctor one. And then I'll try this first run. I bet that's more similar. That's even a bit more overstable, right? Than T-Bird. So it's like T-Bird's in between first run and James Proctor. So I kind of have to keep looking to find that perfect T-Bird. I'm gonna compare Bradley's last year's pig and then this brand new one. I'll try last year's first. Oh, okay. That flies like a pig. Oh, that seems like that might have like a bit more fade to it. Next, I'm gonna do the Thunderbird. So I have one of Bradley's Thunderbird, and then I have the Coalesce. So I'm gonna do the Thunderbird first. Okay, those trees are not great. Okay, that's pretty stable, so I'll try this one. Okay. Different angle, but they seem pretty similar. So Coalesce is definitely a disc I'm gonna have in my bag instead of the Thunderbird. We have Wraith, and then we have Animus. So I'm gonna do Wraith first, and let's see the difference. That's a beating wraith. But that flies pretty good. And let's try this animus. Oh, okay. That's not. That is a good flight. That might be similar actually, because the animus is new. I'll try Bradley's new wraith, and then we'll see if they're similar. Yeah, they kind of are actually. So that's cool. So animus is pretty similar to a wraith, so that's good to go. I have a shrike and I have a pharaoh, so I'm gonna test them out. That one was had some fade to it. They're all like almost new, so that has something to do with it. This is a pharaoh. Oh, okay. Well, I feel like pharaoh had a bit more glide. Seemed like a better disc. And we were gonna see if the construct might be similar to FX2. I don't have FX2 here, but I'm gonna try and put some Annie on it, see if it will work back, and see if I can trust it. That was not enough Annie. I'll try this one. I have to treat them like FX2s. There we go. Okay, well, that's nice. So those Nebula Aura are pretty like beefy. That's good. We're just gonna test this Maya and see how it flies. Hopefully they flip up a bit more than the other discs we've tried. That is so good. That's nice. Okay, last one for the day. This is another Maya. Okay, they have some glide. That's good. Okay, well, let me know in the comments which disc you like the most, and if there's any discs I might add to my bag, because I'm kind of still figuring out what I want to keep in my bag. So that's it for now. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Well, I just set this up because I didn't know how long you wanted to sleep, so I was just trying to be productive.
All right, I'll give you 18 minutes.
80?
Yeah, you got 18 minutes.
18.
Then we're leaving.
18.
Yeah.
Okay.